This was one of the most fun gifts I've ever put together for my husband. So if you're struggling with an idea to give somebody, this might be just the perfect gift for them. Do you guys have somebody that's really hard to buy for? I think we all have those people on our list, and I have one of those. That would be my husband. This blog kind of spurred on this whole idea that I would purchase a year of dates for my husband and I gave this to him for Christmas. And this was one of the best gifts I could have given him. He was so excited. So the first thing you're obviously going to want to do is decide who you are purchasing this for. For me, it was my husband, like I said, but this could be if you're a man and you're buying it for your wife, it could be for them or your significant other. The other thing you could consider is that it doesn't have to be a full year. You could buy 3 months of dates or 6 months of dates. It doesn't really matter. So after you've decided obviously who it is you're purchasing for, then consider your budget. I will say that this obviously takes a decent amount of money from the beginning because you're buying everything for all of the dates all at one time at the beginning. But obviously after that point, you're not going to be purchasing anything for any dates for an entire year or for the length of time that you've decided this gift is for. You would be amazed what you can find throughout your home and around your surrounding area that could be a fun date that doesn't really cost a lot of money. The other thing that you want to consider is the person who you're giving it to. What are their interests? Remember, this is a gift for them. Now, obviously you're doing it together, so you want to be comfortable doing this. You want to consider some dates that are not the norm. So obviously we all kind of get into those ruts where, dinner and a movie, and it's typical. You also, as you're planning your dates, want to consider the seasons. You don't want to do a picnic in the middle of December if you live in the upper Northeast. That would not be fun. The other thing you're going to want to do is think about anything you can do to add to the envelope something that's fun. And I will get into that as I go through each month and as I show you each month what I added. Take a half a sheet of paper, because a half sheet of paper will fit in one of these envelopes. Now, you could do a different size. It depends on your envelope size. You do not have to do it this way. But because it's for my husband, I obviously just made it really simple and didn't make it real feminine looking. Once you've gathered all your gift cards and you've thought about all the things you're gonna add to it to make it a little bit more special, then you're gonna assemble them all, put them in the envelope, wrap them up, and you're ready to give the gift. When you give your gift to your person, whoever you're giving it to, there should be a piece of paper in here, and it's going to explain to them what the year of dates is. So whatever you want to tell them, you can say Merry Christmas, Happy Birthday, whatever it is, the reason why you're giving this gift, and say, I am giving you the gift of time together. And say, this is a year or 3 months of dates, all pre-planned, all prepaid for. All we have to do is open the envelope and enjoy. So let me get into each month and what I did. January was just this. I just wrote the month and I wrote a little description of what our date is. This one was easy. It was just called, it just says, January, let's get started, Bertucci's and bowling. So it says, this month will bring back memories of high school for you. It also brings back memories of our dating and when the kids were little. We are going bowling at, and I named the bowling place and the town that it's in. Then it says, we will enjoy a scrumptious dinner at Bertucci's, but don't get dessert. We are going to strike up some fun by bowling and afterwards enjoy a yummy dessert at home. Simple, simple date. So in here, it says we went bowling and Bertucci's. So all I did for this one, because bowling, there's really you just go and you get a lane there and you pay when you're there. There's not really a gift card. But I did get a gift card for Bertucci's. And then I had a dessert that I just had at home and I pre-purchased it like the day before we were gonna have our date. Because again, we put this on the calendar. We knew when we were going. So this one was a really easy one. It didn't have a lot of stuff in it, but it was cute and he liked it because he really likes bowling. So that was January. February was fun. It was just You and me in the movie of your choice. Dinner before or after the movie, it's your choice. The restaurant is a new one, and I list the restaurant. Let's make an epic memory and see an epic movie. I can't wait to snuggle in the theater with you. So, in my envelope, I had the gift cards for the movie and for the restaurant, and then I went out when I got the restaurant gift card, I also grabbed a menu just so he could kind of see and anticipate where we were going. He doesn't need to use it. It was a new restaurant, so that made it a little more fun. Okay, so that's February. March was, now this was definitely out of our comfort zone. This was, I hit the target. We went shooting. We shot guns at a target range, an indoor target range. We had never done that, but I thought it would be really fun to go target shooting. I hit the target when I married you. This month we will go target shooting and then shopping at Target. Oh, ha, ha, not fun. We have $30 to get something special for just you. I get to help you pick it out. I have my heart aimed at you. So it's just kind of a fun, I know it's silly and kind of corny, I get it, but it was fun. I got a gift card of how much it would be for both of us to do target shooting for a beginner kind of thing. I asked them if I could have a casing the outside of a bullet, and I put that inside the envelope just to make it a little fun. And I went to Target and I got the $30 gift card in there. I put that in the envelope as well. And so it was just, that was a really fun date because it was completely different for us. And so, I don't know, it was fun. I really liked March. April was definitely a lower cost one. And this one I almost didn't put in because it's kind of embarrassing. It's not horrible, but it's just kind of fun. It says a slumber party for two. Let's change into something comfy, pile our blankets and pillows high, and stay up late. We will pick a movie to watch together. No slumber party is complete without munchies. You tell me what munchies you want and I'll have them ready. Of course, this slumber party comes with marriage perks, so don't fall asleep early. So I almost didn't include this in but we're married, so this was just, how cheap is that? We have Netflix, we watched a movie, and I got a fun dessert and munchies, and he told me what he wanted, and it was just a fun night in. So that was fun. That was April. Okay, May is our anniversary month, so I obviously wanted to celebrate our anniversary. So it says, happy 23rd anniversary. One of the best decisions I ever made was to marry you. This month we are getting away for the weekend, a house in the Poconos, a hike at the Pennsylvania Grand Canyon, and a quiz to see how well we know each other. Let's explore together and feel like young lovebirds again. So I rented a house. Actually, I borrowed a house. I have a friend who owns a house, and so I asked her if she would give me information about the house, and she did. I got a trail map of some of the trails that we might go to. This date never happened, so it was kind of sad. I don't remember what happened, but I do know we were never able to go. And someday we will use my friend's house and we will go. So June, my husband is a big golfer. He just loves to golf, and I am not a golfer. It's just not my thing. So this was big for me. I said, are you ready? The time has come to teach me some golf. Let's pick an afternoon for 9 holes, just you and me, but it may be in our best interest to make this a double or triple date month and begin with a few trips to the driving range and putting green. I'm willing to learn if you're willing to put up with my mistakes. And I wrote 4 and said, why use 4? I don't know, I was being silly. Okay, I hear it's all in the hips. The swing. So in here I put a gift card in to a golf place, and then I put a tee in it just to make it fun. And so when he opened it, he knew immediately it had something to do with golf. So that made him happy. So okay, so that was June. July. So now we're in the heat of summer, obviously, in upper northeast area. So July, it says summer lovin'. Let's pray for a cool, sunny summer day. Let's pick up sandwiches at Panera and head up to a lake near us. Pick a trail, any trail, as long as it's not too hard. We must fill out our cards. I can't wait to see what makes you happy. Ice cream afterwards to cool off. So in the envelope I had these two cards in there that we were to fill out, and the cards I just made them on a thing on my computer, but you can handwrite this, and I got this idea somewhere else, and the questions were 10 things that make you happy and 4 things that make you ecstatic. And so we set out a picnic at the park, and we had our Panera, and we sat down and we filled out these envelopes. So in here was pencils, and 2 pencils and these cards, and I got another trail map so that we knew where we were going, and I had Panera gift cards in there so we could go to Panera, and it just made it easy. Oh, and gift cards to where we got our ice cream. So everything was in there. All I had to do was grab the envelope and we could go. So that was July. August was definitely a departure from our norm. So it says, for August, for as long as we have lived in Pennsylvania, you have wanted to stop by the sculpture place. That's not much of an idea, so I found something much better. Grounds for sculpture. Let's stroll through the beautiful gardens and eat lunch in their restaurant. Let's get on their website before we set our date to see what special events are happening this month. Can I hold your hand while we stroll? I might steal a kiss. Okay, I know, corny again, but I put in here the gift cards for Grounds for Sculpture. I asked them to send me a, what is this called? A brochure so that we could see he could see where we're going. I asked them how much it was to get 2 tickets to get in, and they gave me gift cards for that to get in. And so that was all that was in the envelope, and it was just a really fun day that was definitely out of our norm. So that was fun. September was, this, I will tell you, actually never happened again. Well, some of it happened. I think, if I remember correctly, I think we combined our anniversary with this one because, you know, life happens. Best laid plans, so don't be like, it has to be this way. It's okay if things have to get changed up a bit. You kind of have to just be a little bit flexible when you're planning an entire year of dates. But it's still fun to try it. So September, we were going to do this. Our butts might be sore, but we will conquer the Schuylkill River Trail. So this is this trail that goes into Philadelphia. Let's plan where to park and ride into Philly. The trail ends in a beautiful park. After we explore the park a bit, we will ride over to Gavin's to have lunch or dinner. We can't start too far away because we have to ride back. Don't forget the lock or we will have a really long walk or a long walk home. So I was just being silly again. So I gave him a map of the trail so we could figure out where it is that we would park to do that. So it never happened. I don't know if the weather just didn't cooperate every time we were available. It wasn't a good time to ride our bikes into Philly. I don't remember. But I think what we ended up doing was spending the night in Philadelphia, and then we ate at the Gavin's restaurant for breakfast, and we had such a fun time that weekend. So, you know, things happen, but the idea was still there. So let me get into October. October is fun because this was kind of a cheaper date. It says, we have lived in the Philly area for far too long to say we have never been to the art museum. So the Philadelphia Art Museum is where Rocky ran up the steps, you know, the dun 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 dun, you know, I'm not gonna say anywhere. That's when he runs up the stairs and that's the Philly Art Museum steps. So we've never been there. And so it says we must go on the first Sunday of the month, so it's free. Bonus, after we become much more refined and dignified, we will stroll over to La Calaca, I think that's how you say that, Feliz, to have a yummy Mexican meal. Now on to November. November, we changed this around a little bit as well. November says, who done it? It's a mystery. For this date, we must put our detective skills on. A murder mystery dinner, theater at and I choose a restaurant that's really close to us. By the way, it's no mystery that I love you. Aww. We were going to do that, and then someone told me that it was really not good. the mystery thing. I thought it was good. And then someone's like, oh, you do not want to do that. It's not a good program or show or whatever. So we ended up just going to this restaurant on a normal non-mystery dinner time to do it. So, oh well. We still had a lovely dinner and we were able to use the gift cards, but the idea is there. So maybe you have one near you that would be more fun. All right, so that was November. The last month is obviously December. So this was a fun one. It says, it's time for a little Christmas shopping. I always love our annual shopping date, you and I, but let's spice it up a little this year. After we eat at the restaurant of your choice, so therefore I did not buy a gift card because he gets to choose. We will split up with the $10 in the stocking. So I literally put a stocking in the envelope and I put $10 that we each get. So we each get to purchase something for each other. Oh yeah, and then get a dessert. Merry Christmas, sweetie. So that takes us through our entire year of date. This was so much fun. If you guys have questions, do not hesitate to put that below. But start now. It is the beginning of November. Start now if this is something you want to do for the person that you love. If you loved this kind of video, please be sure to comment and give me a thumbs up. It really does help my channel. And don't forget to subscribe. And that's it. God bless.